You right guys, this is Josh and today I'm going to be bringing you another vlog. I just recorded this vlog but for some reason my camera didn't recognise it. I don't know, I recorded it and then it broke, it didn't work. YouTube wouldn't let me upload it. But yeah, so today in this vlog I need to talk about two things. Firstly, I didn't upload yesterday. The reason behind that was because I went to that party. Like I said, I made a vlog the night before so I'm going out. I went to the party, obviously got drunk, got up the next day and came home at around 10 o'clock. And then I came home, I was with a mate called Ollie, so we was just sat here just watching videos and stuff and eating because we was hungry. Yeah, and then we was up, and then at about 4 o'clock I was so tired. I'd only had 2 hours sleep the night before, so I was so tired, so I came home, and then at about 4 o'clock I fell asleep. Both of us fell asleep, and we fell asleep upstairs. And then at about 20 past 10 he woke up because he had to go home because he had a football match the next day. My hair is fucked, but yeah, he had a football match the next day, so he had to be up. He had a football match this morning, so was it this morning? Yeah, he had a football match this morning. I have to think about that then. So about 20 past 10 he got up and went, and then I fell asleep until 4 o'clock in the morning, and then at 4 I woke up. I'll tell you the reason why I woke up in a second, it's like a little story, but yeah, and so my sleeping pattern's kind of fucked. I got up at 4 and I've just been up watching videos and stuff and playing FIFA and playing COD, so my sleeping pattern is really fucked. I think I'm just going to have to stay up until about 11 o'clock tonight, and then I'll be really tired and I can just get in bed, sleep for 12 hours and then get up at 11 the next day, and then it's back to normal. But yeah, my sleeping pattern's really messed up because I got up at 4 o'clock. So yeah, and the reason I got up at 4 o'clock was because last night at 4 o'clock there was some woman, it was about 3:30, 4ish, but some woman pissed out of red came into my garden, tried opening my door, pulled the door handle, but obviously it was locked. And this was just before my dad got in bed, he'd just got in bed then, so he was quiet, he was still awake and that. She tried the door handle, so my dad was like, what the fuck was that? And then all of a sudden he heard a knock at the door, so when I got up and he was like, I'm not going to go and answer the door at 3 o'clock in the morning, so he opened the window, because I was out of his window, out of my parents' window. My hair's messed up. Out of my parents' window, you can open the window and then see where, the door by looking down. So he opened the window and was like, what do you want? And this woman was like, please will you phone me a taxi, I've just been attacked. So my dad was like, what? She's like, I've just been attacked, but she was pissed, so obviously she's stumbling, I've just been attacked. So my dad was like, you've just been attacked? She's like, yeah. She was like, well, you haven't got any marks on you, you look fine. And she didn't have no blood on her, she didn't look like she'd been hurt, she weren't walking like she was hurt, she just seemed fine. And I was like, well, you're not got any marks on you, so you don't look attacked to me. She's like, oh, I've just been attacked, please will you phone me a taxi? So my dad said, there's a phone box just around there, literally 5 seconds away from our house, just around the corner. There's a phone box around there, go and phone yourself a taxi. She's like, oh no, please phone me a taxi, but pissed, being a weirdo. Proper creepy because she tried to open our door. Imagine if it was open, what she'd done, come in. But yeah, and because she knocked at I forgot to say this before, because she knocked at the door and because she tried the door handle, my dog, she really barks when people knock at the door, and she's got quite a deep bark, even though she's not a small dog, just a medium-sized dog. And because she knocked on the door, my dog started barking and woke me up, and obviously woke my mum up as well. So my dog was going absolutely mad, which woke me up, and then I could hear all this conversation. And then so I woke up, didn't understand really what was going on, just my dog had just woke me up. So then my dad shut the window, and so I got up whoa, what the fuck's going on? So I looked outside and saw this woman in the garden. So I went into my mum and dad's room and I was like, who the fuck's that crazy bit? Who the fuck's that woman in our garden? And my mum and dad were like, oh, I don't know, it's some crazy woman saying she's just been attacked, so she wanted to phone the taxi. So I went and looked back at her and she just stood on the outside of our garden, just stumbling around, and then she just walked off. And my mum was going to phone, instead of phoning 999, cause, she wanted to phone the police just to warn them and just just as you do, because it's just a bit creepy, some woman does that. So she went to phone the police, but she didn't want to phone 999 because it wasn't exactly an emergency. The woman weren't putting us in danger, or that we know of. She's just being a fucking weirdo, being proper creepy. So, but my mum wanted to phone the police, so she phoned the local police station, which the number was 101 or something like that, and they didn't answer, which I thought was a bit stupid. Why have they not answered the phone? But oh well, what can you do? So she phoned them, and then she looked back out the window when they didn't answer. And if she was still there, she was gonna phone them again, but the woman had walked off by then. She was walking off the street, so we just we just left it, and then obviously I was still awake. I'd been asleep for 12 hours at this point, so I was lay there like trying to get back to sleep, but for about half an hour I lay there and I couldn't do it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get back to sleep, so I went on my phone, watched a few YouTube videos, was on Twitter and that, and then at about 5, 6, probably about 5 or 5:15 in the morning, I came down and then just went on my computer, watched some YouTube videos and played FIFA and COD. So yeah, absolute weirdo, that woman. It's crazy. Definitely hadn't been attacked, because if she had, then she'd be bleeding and would have helped her. But no, just some pissed up woman being a knob. Bitches be crazy, is all I can really say. Bitches be crazy. But yeah, just crazy, and then my sleeping pattern's fucked as well now, thanks to her stupid bitch. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Please do like the video if you enjoyed it. Have a nice day, and bye.